Did you know that in the last 24 hours alone, the price of ENA has swung by more than 4%, while its annual performance shows a staggering 80% decline from its previous highs? Imagine waking up to find that nearly all of your stable, decentralized gains have evaporated simply because you didn't understand the invisible gears turning behind the scenes. Most people treat crypto like a lottery ticket, but in the world of Ethena, the difference between a 10x return and a 90% loss isn't luck. It's the ability to spot the price traps that snare new investors every single day. Join me as I dive deep into the world of ENA Ethena and try to uncover the real price of this crypto coin. We're going to look past the flashing green and red lights to see the structural reality of Ethena, uncovering why it's currently printing new all-time lows and, more importantly, how you can avoid the common mistakes that keep most traders in the red. Before we can talk about the price, we have to talk about what Ethena actually is. Ethena ENA is a synthetic dollar protocol built on Ethereum that aims to provide a crypto-native solution for money that doesn't rely on traditional banking systems. Its flagship product is USDE, a synthetic dollar that maintains its peg not through fiat in a bank vault, but through a sophisticated delta-neutral hedging strategy. Think of it as a global, decentralized internet bond. In the 2026 market, where traditional stablecoins are facing increased regulatory scrutiny, Ethena's mission to create a censorship-resistant, capital-efficient dollar is more relevant than ever. However, the ENA token itself is the governance and utility heart of this system. It isn't just a coin, it's a stake in the protocol's future. In early 2026, the relevance of ENA has reached a fever pitch as it battles between being a revolutionary financial tool and a cautionary tale of DeFi complexity. As a new investor, your first mistake is often thinking ENA and USDE are the same thing. They are not. One is designed to be a dollar, the other is the volatile engine that powers the entire factory. Is it a revolution in decentralized finance, or just a high-tech house of cards waiting for the next market gale? Why is it so hard to figure out what ENA is actually worth? The first challenge every investor faces is market misinformation. In the world of DeFi, yield is often confused with value. New investors see a 20% or 30% APY and assume the token price is irrelevant because the interest will cover any losses. This is a classic trap. Determining the real price of ENA is made even harder by the extreme volatility we've seen in early 2026. Just today, ENA hit a fresh all-time low of approximately 16 cents. Volatility is the enemy of the uneducated. When the price drops 20% in a week as it recently did, most new investors panic sell at the bottom, exactly where the smart money starts to accumulate. Misinterpreting technical indicators like the RSI, which currently sits near 35, flirting with oversold territory, leads many to think a bounce is guaranteed. But in a structural breakdown, oversold can stay oversold for a long time. The challenge isn't just seeing the price on the screen, it's understanding the total value locked flight, which has seen over $8 billion exit the protocol since late 2025, eroding the very floor the price stands on. Would you rather be the retail trader who panics at a 15% drop, or the whale who realizes that blood in the streets is just a discount on the future? The price of ENA doesn't move in a vacuum. It's driven by a complex interplay of market trends and technological developments. The biggest factor right now is the relationship between Ethena and the derivatives market. Because USDE relies on funding rates from shorting ETH, the price of ENA is hypersensitive to whether the market is bullish or bearish. When funding rates are high, Ethena prints money, and ENA looks like a genius investment. When the market turns risk-off, like we're seeing in late January 2026, capital flees altcoins for the safety of Bitcoin, and ENA takes a double hit. Then there are the hidden gears. Investor sentiment has been dampened by concerns over total value locked outflows and the delay of the governance fee switch, a mechanism that would theoretically pay ENA holders a portion of the protocol's revenue. On the technical side, developments like the F3 upgrade and new custody partnerships with Kraken are trying to build a narrative of institutional resilience. But for now, the bears hold the upper hand. The price is currently trapped in a prolonged descending channel, where every attempt at a rally is met with a wall of selling from retail investors looking to break even after a year-long 80% decline. Does the price follow the technology, or does the technology merely provide an excuse for the sentiment already driving the chart? So, here is the reveal you've been waiting for. As of today, ENA is trading around 16 cents to 17 cents. After an 80% year-over-year decline and hitting a fresh all-time low, the big question is it undervalued? From a purely fundamental standpoint, there is a compelling bull case. On-chain data from Nansen shows that while retail is selling, whale addresses recently executed a net accumulation of 103 million ENA, roughly $20 million. These smart money players are staking their tokens, betting that the protocol's core innovation will outlast the current bearish sentiment. However, from a technical perspective, ENA remains a falling knife until it can reclaim the 19-cent structural level. Currently, it is overvalued in terms of momentum but potentially undervalued in terms of long-term utility if the fee switch is finally activated. The biggest mistake you can make right now is averaging down without a plan. If ENA fails to hold the 15-cent support, we could see a slide toward 13 cents. My analysis suggests that ENA is in a capitulation phase. This is where the last weak hands exit, leaving only the high-conviction holders. It is a high-risk, high-reward zone that requires a stomach of steel and a clear exit strategy. Are you catching a falling knife, or are you buying the foundation of the 2027 bull run at a 90% discount? Investing in ENA Ethena isn't for the faint of heart, but avoiding the mistakes of the crowd is how you build a legendary portfolio. We've recapped the essential dynamics, the difference between governance and stablecoins, the trap of oversold indicators, and the vital importance of watching total value locked trends. The road to crypto success is paved with data, not just dreams. If you want to stay ahead of the next price reveal and master the world of DeFi, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. We're decoding the most complex projects in this space so you can make informed, confident moves. Staying updated with the latest blockchain insights is the only way to turn a market crash into a wealth-building opportunity. Take full control of your crypto with Ledger Live. Manage thousands of coins and NFTs securely in one place. Buy, swap, stake, and grow your portfolio with ease. Trusted by 7+ million users, Ledger Live keeps your assets safe by integrating with Ledger hardware wallets for maximum security. Say goodbye to third-party risks and hello to true financial freedom. Download Ledger Live now. Click the link in the description to get started. The information contained herein is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing herein shall be construed to be financial, legal, investment, or tax advice. The content of this video is solely the opinions of the channel owner, who is not a licensed financial advisor or registered investment advisor. Trading cryptocurrencies poses a considerable risk of loss. Please use your best judgment when dealing with cryptocurrencies and don't invest money that you cannot afford to lose. The channel does not guarantee any particular outcome.